Tea and a Buddy podcast with me, Dominic.
And me, Erica.
Today's episode is all about me. Good.
Aren't they all, though? Aren't they all?
It's British to American words or phrases that I've picked up and now say.
Right. So
since living here. Yeah,
So this is like the sister episode to the one we did with me.
Yeah. This is the sister episode, yeah. I was just reading the title there. So it's American words I now say.
Yeah.
Or phrases. We'll talk about the phrases because we can't think of any phrases.
I
really.
know that there are definitely things that you have said, and then you suddenly go, "Oh no, now I'm saying
that
it."
That was what. Yeah, maybe it's something that you say though.
But I mean, we don't like jot these things down when they happen, or we haven't.
We should be keeping a log.
I guess we need to start
a record of all this kind of stuff.
Well, for episodes like this, it would be handy to be able to come up with them instead of just trying to rack our brains trying to remember what. Yeah, I just don't.
And I've seen on forums, and this is not from a forum or anything, but years gone by, I've looked at forums and stuff like in the British expat forum, for instance.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, do you guys find yourselves saying American words now that you've lived here for so long? Do you find?" And people say, "Oh, do you still insist on saying the British word for things?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a couple of people said, "I just say the American word now because they don't know what you're on about. When you say something, you know, they don't know what you're talking about. They literally don't know what you're going on about if you're saying nappy,
Yeah.
If I said nappy to you, what do you think? What do you think I'm talking about,
You, the listeners.
You, the listener, yeah. Because Erica knows.
Yeah.
And she goes, nappy, oh, that sounds worse. And if I'd said diaper, then you'd know. You go, yeah,
I'm just thinking, when we're driving and stuff, do you say, "Oh, do you have to get on the motorway?" You don't really.
I don't say motorway, I say highway. Yeah. I do say highway. That's one of the words.
All
highway.
All right, well, let's get into
instead of motorway. That's the first one. I mean, we've got 10 here I've thought up.
Yeah.
But ones I now regularly use without a second thought. I mean, sometimes I'll say, yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when someone's saying, "Oh, throw this away," and I'll be like, throw it in the trash. I have to think, what's the word?
Yeah.
It's it's kind of like learning a new language.
Yeah.
Yeah. And throw it in the trash, instead of the rubbish bin, the bin,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely never ever use the word rubbish.
Rubbish, that's bloody rubbish. Throw it in the rubbish. No, I mean in the rubbish. You don't really say that in Britain. You throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
It's funny because we watching the other day of one of our YouTubers who said, "Oh, we were
one of our YouTubers,
our YouTubers," and she said, "Oh, can't remember who it was now, but she said, "Oh, my flatmate said, okay, well, I'm just gonna go wash up," and I was like, "Okay,
I'm gonna go do the washing up." Yeah.
No, she just said, "I'm gonna go wash up."
Oh,
if I said that to you, "I'm gonna go wash up," what does that mean to you? It means
well, I mean,
you're gonna go and you're gonna get. It means I'm gonna go wash up, and then she was in the kitchen, washing up, doing the washing up. Yeah. And she was just like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna go wash up." Yeah, washing up.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to wash up.
Yeah, I'm not the best. I mean, we talk about this all the time. I'm not the best person to ask because you and I have been together for so long now.
I've been in the States for so long now. It doesn't
sound odd to me anymore.
It doesn't sound odd, yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound odd to me to say,
It doesn't evoke, "Oh, what are you talking about?" type of reaction out of me.
Yeah.
It's I automatically know what you're talking about if you were to say that.
And your family does too.
Yeah, I think so.
Your mother and everything.
For the most part, yeah.
Unless it's something really
really out there,
really
yeah.
out there. Something way out
something
there.
That's not everyday kind of
things, yeah.
Yeah.
Like elevator instead of lift. I say elevator now, so it's in the elevator.
Let's go back to trash, though, for a second.
Let's go back to the trash.
Because I'm trying to think now. In Britain, you would have said...
In the bin.
No. I'm going to take the rubbish out.
I wouldn't have said that. I would have said, I'm going to do the bins. That's what I would have said.
You would have said you're going to do the bins if you're taking the trash out from inside the house to outside?
Do the bins, yeah. That's what I would have said.
I thought that just
meant... Do the bins, mate.
I thought that just meant you were getting them ready to be picked up. I'm going to do the bins.
Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. You're taking the trash outside to the thing, and
you only take the trash out.
Yeah.
Once a week, like.
Yeah, we're not fancy. We don't have outside trash bins. You know, like wheelie bins.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, well, not in.
No, yeah, you did.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Did you love how we're having this discussion, like on the podcast? You didn't? I swore you had bins in the back.
We had. Yeah, we did. We had dust bins. They called dust bins, but they weren't wheelie bins. We call them wheelie bins. Like everybody has a wheelie bin now because they've got like massively gallon trash. But I think it's like 5 gallons or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we had like a dirt road at the back of our house. It was like do you remember it? It was like an alley.
In America, yeah, we call it alley.
An alley, yeah. We called it the lane, the back lane. And that's where they'd come down, to pick it up. They wouldn't pick up from the front of the house or anything like that because we were on a terraced street, Mm-hmm. So when we did the bins, when I went to do the bins, that would be like the night before the trash came.
Yeah.
Like the bin lorry.
Yeah.
The trash guy,
Yeah.
But
you guys did have a composting
we
container. So what would you say when you were going to dump that? Because surely that would get full before.
I can't remember. Yeah, maybe we did have. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe just before I moved over here, we had a wheelie bin for stuff, for recycling and everything.
Yeah.
But we just kept it down there. We didn't throw it into the trash like we do here. We go out and we throw it every so often, when the bins thing.
This has just become a podcast talking about trash.
Yeah.
No, because
I'm thinking about.
Because now I want to tell a story of when I lived up in the Texas Panhandle. They don't come and pick up your trash from outside of the house. You have an alley in the back of your house, just like you're talking about in Britain, and they have big metal dumpsters, what we call dumpsters. So if you were going to take the trash out, you would have to walk it out to the alley and put it in the dumpster, and then the trash would come down the alley and pick it up from there. But here in Austin, I guess we should just go ahead and say this, just for people who, whose trash doesn't operate this way. Like once a week, they come and pick up your trash, recycling, composting.
They did that in Britain once a week. It was like every Thursday or Friday, I remember.
But they give you, the city or whoever, it's the city, I guess.
The council it was for us. The council come and get it.
Yeah, they give you these tall, trash cans.
Yeah.
And you take out your trash and you put them in there, and then you'll wheel those down to the sidewalk or to the curb. Because we don't really have alleys in Austin. I mean, the newer neighborhoods don't. Yeah. The older neighborhoods sometimes still do. But so we go and we have to put the bins, and I call them bins now. I don't know
the bins.
I don't even remember what I called them before. The trash cans.
The trash cans.
I guess, yeah. You take those down to the curb, and the trash truck comes in and picks them up. But I just don't remember you ever saying the word rubbish.
That's a load of... Well, yeah...
Not in reference to garbage.
Not in reference to garbage, do the bins. That's what I said. I said do the bins.
Yeah,
now I remember.
No, I remember you saying that.
I've got to go do the bins
you
now.
You still say that.
That's what... I do say that. So there you go. I don't say, I've got to go take the trash out.
No, you do.
I'm taking out the trash.
No, you do say trash,
Yeah, I say trash because
I've got to collect the trash because
collect the trash.
we have little trash cans in
the house,
in the bathrooms, and wherever, and so you have to collect
I love
those
you say
up.
the bathrooms like we live in some 6-bedroom house.
Oh God, yeah.
and we're just doing our podcast from this one little tiny room. But no, it's we have in the 2 bathrooms we have trash cans in our bedroom and living room and everything. We have trash cans.
Yeah.
And we have to collect them up and throw them out. As usual. But yeah, I mean, now that I remember it, I do remember a composting wheelie bin that we had now.
Yeah.
It used to go out, but we never used to go out it would just be on trash night where we'd throw everything in that bin outside.
You never had to go out to the trash.
It was just me and my dad living together, so we didn't have that much.
I mean, we don't really go out, actually, I guess, except for recycling. We do recycle quite a bit.
Recycling, yeah, which is another story. I mean, it's another rant. Apparently, recycling is no longer going where it's supposed to go, but yeah, that's another story. But anyway, trash instead of rubbish or bin. But I apparently do still say do the bins.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You
do. Yeah. Elevator instead of lift.
Yeah.
I definitely say elevator now, because if I said lift, it's in the lift, they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What's a lift?
Where's the lift? I can remember, like, when we went to Rome or something like that. Oh, you would say the lift. You don't say it to me. You don't really say elevator to me.
No, I say elevator to people who don't know. It's kind of like what I was saying to you. I say tomato, and you said, no, you don't say tomato. I say, yeah, when I'm in a restaurant, I say tomato, because inevitably when I say no tomato, they go, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like it's so different from the other word.
Like it's so different from the other word. I say no tomato, no tomato. No tomate, tomato.
No tomato. Whatever accent that was.
That was my accent, okay? The accent of life. And I say fries instead of chips now because, again, there's a confusion thing. If I say chips, people think I'm talking about crisps.
Yeah. And you do say fries even to me now.
Yeah, I say, you want fries? Yeah, we gotta go get some French fries.
Let's get some fries. Yeah, let's get some French fries.
French cut fries, yeah.
But you never really considered... Well, no, you did, didn't you? Like, if we went to McDonald's.
But it's so funny over here because they say fish and chips.
It's
like, oh, we're going to get fish and chips. Like, fish and chips.
In America, we know.
And then it'll be like fries. I see it on one of those Disney things when they were like a Kiki Waka thing. And he was in front of... He was on one day. And I just noticed him standing in front of like this board, and he had fish and chips, and then he had like fries underneath it for like $2, and it's just fish and fries would have probably been better.
Yeah, no. If you say it in reference to fish, then we know what you mean when you say fish and chips. We know we're not expecting. I don't know. There's probably some Americans out there that still expect potato chips,
potato chips,
crisps whenever you order fish and chips.
Oh, that must be horrendous.
But most Americans, I think, know what it means when you say fish and chips. Now, if you just said, "Oh, let's go get some chips,"
yeah,
every single American is going to think you mean potato chips or tortilla chips. Crisps in a bag.
Yeah, let's go get some chips.
Yeah,
get some chips on.
And it would be really weird for someone to just say, let's go get some chips, because it's just like, why? Are we having a party? Like, are we going to get dip also? Because, what's going on?
An archaic form of sin. So I just got myself a bag of chips on the way home. And that sounds like a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
It sounds like, oh yeah, he just got himself a bag of potato chips. But it's actually a bag of, like, chips, like fries. From the chip shop, from the fry shop.
Like when I was in, I think maybe junior high or something like that, I have no idea why it was a thing, but people, if somebody bossed someone else around, like if somebody told them, go do da-da-da, whatever, in like sort of a bossy type of way. I remember it was a thing to go, would you like fries with that? People, that was like the response that you would say. And that would never have been a thing in Britain, would it?
No. I mean, funnily enough, right, McDonald's have got a reputation for calling them French fries, and even in Britain.
That's what I was going to say.
Because, you got hamburger and chips. You go, I got a burger and fries from McDonald's. You hear British people saying that all the time. They never call it a burger and chips.
Yeah.
They'll only call it a burger and chips if they're at home, or they got it from a van.
Yeah.
Like a burger van. Like a food truck.
Yeah.
There you go, there's another one. Burger van, or hot dog van, or food truck.
Burger van just sounds wrong.
It's like ice cream van.
Oh, let's go to the burger van.
Ice cream truck.
Get out.
Yeah, they do, and sometimes they can really do a good burger. They do, and
it's a food truck, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, like we you just had 4th of July over here.
Yeah.
That if COVID wasn't on, and everybody goes out to watch the fireworks, burger vans would be. I mean, they exist over here. Obviously, they're just like little food trucks and that. But if they drove,
trucks, yeah.
if they drove up, and they'd make a killing. Ice cream vans too, with soft serve ice cream, and that's another thing our YouTubers who live in Britain say. Yeah, they're just the best ice cream, from an ice cream van.
Yeah, our YouTubers.
The ones we created and invented, the ones that we watch.
Yeah.
I've done chips instead of crisps. Candy instead of sweets.
Yeah.
Because if I say sweets, no one's gonna sweets what? Sweets what? Isn't it? It's gonna be like, what?
Let's get some sweets. Yeah, because in America, I think
I've been eating too many sweets and chocolate. But you use it to mean candy. All of it is candy. Chocolates, Skittles, the whole sweet and sour stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, if we say candy, it can be chocolate or candy. I want to say it can be chocolate or candy.
Sweets to us does not mean chocolate,
But if you said sweets in
it means
America,
like Skittles and Starburst and all the other fruity kind of stuff,
Oh, yeah.
That's what it means. I very rarely ever heard, oh, you've been eating too many sweets. And really, like, sweeties is another one. If you want to, like, your gran would say that,
Yeah.
Oh, I love my sweeties, I do. Love them.
Yeah. Because if someone said sweets over here, you would think, like...
Sweet bread?
No, cakes, pies, it could be anything. Cookies, little Debbie snack cakes, whatever, it could be anything sweet. If someone said, oh, I've been eating too many sweets, that could be Twinkies, it could be whatever,
yeah, it could be cookies, cakes,
yeah.
Anything. It's funny because, it just reminded me of my dad. I think like years ago in like the 60s, 70s, and maybe even 80s too, the menus used to have like, on the dessert menu would be called sweet. It would just be called sweet.
Yeah.
Ice cream. It could be like sticky toffee pudding. It could be anything. Anything that was sweet was the sweet.
Yeah.
And my dad says it to this day. Like we go out for a meal. I remember he goes, "Do you fancy a sweet?"
Yeah. I kind of remember him asking that. Yeah.
Do you fancy a sweet? And I was like, and a sweet, like, and the last time I heard, when we went to Spain, he said it to me, and my brain went, like an American word, like, what are you talking about? A sweet, like a sweet in a
like
wrapper,
a candy,
like a candy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and it took me a mile to go, oh, dessert. But when I was growing up, obviously he said it a lot. He goes, oh, let's get a sweet, and I knew what he meant,
Yeah.
But it's so funny because it's weird. I don't know. It's only an expat would know that, like, oh, you have to train your brain to think this way.
Yeah.
And it's hard to go back. I guess it's like learning a new language, kind of,
Yeah.
I also say sweater now instead of jumper. Because jumper, if I said jumper over here, people just like, what are you talking about? Jumping what? Who's a jumper?
Well, no, jumpers to us are not a thing that men wear, first of all.
What? Oh, you're talking like a romper?
Yeah, it's like a jumper, a jumpsuit, a romper, a play suit,
Yeah.
A jumper can be like, oh, my jumper, my new jumper. Yeah, it's like a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
It's another word for jumpsuit, which is like a one-piece clothing item that women wear. You know, men don't really wear them. So
a jumper in Britain is a sweater. You know, put your jumper on, it's cold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Put a jumper on, it's cold.
Yeah,
you know?
you definitely don't.
Like a big jumper.
You definitely don't even say jumper to me, like, not even just when just you and I are talking. I don't think. I can't remember the last time I heard you say jumper.
I've never ever worn a jumper over here, really.
You have?
Yeah, I have, but it's like I've never ever worn a jumper over here for any amount of time that I need to, like, say, oh, I'm wearing a jumper.
Yeah.
It's like literally for a millisecond before it gets unbearably hot again, like it is now out there. It's humid out there now.
Oh, God.
People are dying. Parking lot instead of car park. That's something else I say.
Yeah, car park is just the most bizarre thing anyway.
Car
in
park.
My opinion.
It's a car park.
Yeah.
It's a park for your cars, you know.
Yeah, what?
It is.
It's just so... Again,
it's where your cars go to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
They go on the swings and the roundabouts.
Again, it goes to, like, the British need to cutesy-fy everything.
It's not, though. We just say that. We don't think, oh, this is a cute name we've made up for this. Let's call it that. You know, I've seen that a lot. A lot of, like, Americans go, oh, this is so, and oh, it's so cute, car park, oh, you know.
Because it's like car park, what, you know.
And, you know, it's just like, oh, it's
parking
cute.
lot. Parking lot makes much more sense, really.
Parking lot, yeah, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But we don't call it a lot. We don't call a lot. You know, like a parking lot. We wouldn't say that. You know, it's just like, you know,
like an empty plot of land. What do you call it then?
We just call it an empty plot of land.
No, what would you say? You wouldn't. You would just say, oh, that
space. Maybe a space. I'm not really sure what we'd call it.
Like if someone wants to go buy.
Oh, a plot. We call it a plot. Like a plot of land, yeah. It would be a plot. You've just.
Oh, if someone wants to go buy a plot, that sounds like you're gonna bury someone.
No, that's a grave.
What about an empty area of land that someone wants to purchase? This blank for sale.
This piece of land.
No.
Yes, it is.
British. We have British listeners. Let us know what you in Britain, because Dominic clearly cannot remember.
What do you mean? No, it's a piece of land. It is. It's like we don't call it a lot.
Okay, so you're looking at a sign then, and it says piece of land for sale. Acres.
Land for sale, something.
It's land for sale. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
But we wouldn't call it a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Acres, maybe.
No, a lot might refer to you're downtown and there's a building here and a building here, but in between those two buildings, there's just a lot. It's just
there's just an empty space.
Lot.
I don't know. I think it's just a little bit of land there where you can build on, you know.
Oh my God. Yeah, a lot.
But there's no land in Britain. It's a tiny island.
So if it's a place to park, it's a parking lot.
It's a lot of parking.
Because then you also do so you have a car park, but then you also have multi-story car parks.
Yes. And what do you call them?
Parking garage.
Yeah. A garage is something different to us. You know, it's where you put your car in to be fixed.
Yeah, but what do you call where you actually put your car at your house?
A garage.
Yeah, so it works. Still.
I mean, you know, put the car in the garage. You know, we wouldn't say cars down the garage, innit? You know, it's just that one of those things. I also say on accident. I caught this the last time I was in Britain. I started saying it on accident instead of by accident.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we just did that on accident. And I was just like, you know, my dad didn't say anything to me, but I caught it. I was like, by accident.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why I was saying that. And it's because it's over here.
You did it on accident. I did that on accident.
I did that on accident. On accident. It's just like, no. By accident.
I want to know, though, guys, let me know if that is just something, like, that we say in Texas or around these here parts.
Around these parts.
On accident. I don't know if that's like America wide kind of saying, you know.
God.
It's not grammatically correct, is it?
No. I mean, but there's plenty of British things that aren't grammatically correct too. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
On accident instead of by accident. Yeah.
Instead of by accident. I say liquor store now.
Yeah.
Instead of off license.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's off license, okay?
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, over here, it's not the same sort of thing. Off license means they're licensed to sell alcohol that you can take off the premises.
Yeah.
And drink and consume.
Yeah. But
because pubs are only licensed to sell alcohol that you can drink on the premises. You can't just go into a pub and go, oh, can I have a bottle of scotch?
Yeah.
And go and drink it at home.
Right.
It's
but the same is true over here.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's like
you can go into a bar and say, can I buy an entire bottle of vodka or whatever?
Yeah.
And go and take it home. You know.
Yeah. But, they're licensed to sell stuff that you can drink on the premises. So an off license is off the premises drinking. They can sell booze to whoever comes in.
Yeah, that's the same thing a liquor store does.
And an off license is basically, I don't know, they're kind of like a dying breed now because I think superstores sell liquor in Britain now too. And that's another thing. In over here, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Until I was looking for tequila one day in HEB.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, where's your spirits? That's another word, spirits instead of liquor.
Yeah.
Where's your spirits? And you were just like, spirits? Liquor?
I was like, we don't sell them in the grocery store.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And you were like, I was like, I'm sure I've seen it. And it was just like, no, it's just beer and wine. And I was like, what? And I was like, because we sell beers, wines, and spirits in most grocery stores now. You can get a bottle of scotch, vodka, gin, tequila, whatever they're selling, they can sell it in the grocery store now. So, and they're usually quite cheaper than an off license.
I think it's a different license that the stores have to have if they're going to sell
and on
hard liquor,
Yeah, they've started stopping it as well. They've started stopping selling after a certain time, so they cage it up. They cage up the liquor, the spirits.
Here, you mean, or
no,
in Britain?
In Britain.
Oh yeah, because
I remember I had to do that in like 24 hour. I saw them doing that in like a 24-hour Tesco. Because Asda, I worked at Asda for a long time, and it was not for a long time, but Asda was did the same thing, but they weren't open 24 hours.
Yeah.
But Tesco were, and I remember seeing them cage it up. Some guy going, "Oh, it was after 10 p.m. and he was like, "Oh, I need a bottle of scotch." He was like, "Sorry, it's after 10," and he had a meltdown.
Yeah.
And it was like these drunk people coming in, "Oh, I get a bottle of scotch," whatever.
I mean, I worked in HEB, and they did the same thing there, but with wine. Oh, you can't buy wine before 12 p.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, I think they reopen it at like, I think it's 10 a.m. actually, because the hardcore alcoholics are there, waiting for it.
God, yeah.
To open. But yes, that's another story. Gasoline.
Yeah.
Instead of petrol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've said that now because petrol isn't a thing over here, or not a word.
I think you do say petrol to me though, still sometimes.
So I'll get some petrol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Like we stop at a gas station.
Yeah.
And we get petrol. It's like,
Yeah.
Petroleum.
Yeah.
Petroleum.
Yeah, because you don't.
Petroleum.
In Britain, do you say the petrol station?
Petrol station, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, we gotta go, or the garage. In Britain, it's funny because I think that's a regional thing in Wales anyway. It's like, oh, I gotta pop down the garage, and it's not really a garage; it's a petrol station,
Yeah.
It's like the BP garage, or the Esso garage, or the Texaco garage.
Yeah.
Whoever's selling fuel there,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's always been like the garage or the petrol station,
Yeah.
Never a gas station, because if you say, "Oh, good on the gas,"
Yeah.
it's like, Gas is something like propane to us, you know?
Yeah.
Calor gas.
Or something that comes out of people.
Something that comes out of people. Like methane gas.
Oh my god! All right, we're talking about people gas now, so we gotta go.
We gotta go now because we've got a lot of gas.
We hope you guys are doing well. Just a little quick COVID talk here.
Oh, it's a COVID talk. Is that why you put your arm around me?
No,
we're gonna talk about COVID.
If you have been keeping up with it, which I mean, I do not blame you. If you haven't, because it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. So, in Texas, we have a lot of cases again. It's just...
Well, it's just getting out of hand.
It
now.
is. It really is.
People just need to stay indoors, social distance, wear masks, wash hands, do whatever you can. Mm-hmm. And, you know, hopefully they're clinically testing vaccines now to see if they're viable, and, you know, hopefully we'll have one by Christmas, but we can't say.
I mean, it sucks.
Just gotta keep doing what we're doing, you know.
You know, I don't want to, end up in the hospital, and nobody else does either. So, you know, let's just keep washing our hands. Austin right now has the highest number of cases in the United States, which I'm not really sure what the reason for that is.
People not social distancing, people going to places, you know, not wearing a mask. So possibly,
basically, wear your masks. Just wear
You're like that woman in Target who went mental on the mask section, and then she got arrested.
Yeah.
I mean, she was an Arizona woman, not a Florida woman.
Not a Texas woman either.
Not a Texas woman, so yeah.
Anyway, we hope you're doing well. We're doing the best we can as well. We definitely wear our masks. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen us in our masks. We've posted at least a couple.
Yeah.
At first
we're masking it up.
At first we were wearing bandanas. They were not that comfortable. They were not that practical.
They were pushing my nose down, and I was just like, we've got to get actual masks because I can't do this.
Yeah. And they've also been shown, more particles if you do sneeze or cough or something like that under a bandana.
I don't think I've ever coughed in my mask or sneezed in my mask.
No, yeah, me either. We're trying not to go out as much as possible in the first place, which is what everybody should be doing. But anyway, so we're doing okay. We hope you're doing okay. We hope you're staying sane and healthy and all of that kind of stuff. And just thought it's been a while since we
talked about the COVID.
Since we checked in with you guys. So
yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your support. And we will talk to you next time.
Talk to you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.